Yo, what's up, man?
Yo, where are you?
I'm stuck in traffic like 20 minutes away.
Alright, well, I built a seat for us out of step up material.
Okay.
And I'm trying to take up as much space on it as possible. But
Alright, is Greg with
I
you?
want you to get here before someone else asks me for the seat because
Yeah, I'll be there in like 20 minutes. I'm running a little late. I don't know if they did they start already?
Gotcha. That's good to know.
Did they?
I got a seat for you.
No, but did they start already or no?
No, everyone's just crowding around. There's a bunch of female competitors doing the thing.
Okay. Alright, man. I'll text you when I get there. I'm like 20 minutes away.
Just hang up. He started talking to someone else.
Yeah, he's...
Alright, well, I started recording.
Oh.
Ladies are some of our first wellness champions, and the wellness division is the newest division in NPC, and we're going to let them share a little bit about how they ended up in wellness, why they picked it, why it suits their bodies, and hopefully that can help you figure out what's going to work for you.
Hi everybody. First, thank you everyone for...
I brought a couple silver VIP tickets to this year's Olympia with me. They're not even on sale yet. They're going to go on sale soon, so if you're a VIP, don't get nervous. We're not giving away your tickets yet. 2 silver VIPs are worth about $1,500. And we, on behalf of our owner, Jake Wood, decided to bring a couple here with us, really as a show of our respect for this gym. We don't do this very often, and it's a big giveaway, and we're happy to do it. And if you want to be able to come out to the Olympia and see if Jen Dory can defend her title, or Sean Clarita can win his 212 title back, or Big Ramy can win a 3rd one, or maybe if Jay Cutler comes back and wins number 5, I don't know. But if you want to do that, because the Olympia is built on passion and heart, here's what we've decided to do. I'm going to hand, on my way out the door today, I'm going to hand Big Steve the 2 VIP passes. And I'm going to have him walk this gym floor for the next few days, maybe a week or so. And I'm going to have him look and see which one of you guys is training with the heart and the courage and the passion that Joe Weider built the Olympia on. And if Steve taps you on the shoulder, that could be a really good moment for you, because that means you're going to the Olympia. But there's one criteria, I'm told, in order to be eligible, you have to have signed in on the sign-in sheet. Otherwise, you're ineligible. So on behalf of our entire Olympia team, it is my privilege to have been here with you, to have shared this stage with these great champions. And I mentioned Jay before. I gotta tell you, we take this for granted. I know I do, because I get to talk to Jay a lot. Maybe you guys are, because you're watching me here today, and a lot of you guys get to hang with Jay. But let me tell you something. I've said this before. There is no bodybuilder who has competed in the last 30 years that has inspired more people to become bodybuilders than Jay Cutler. So good luck to you guys. I hope you are the one that Steve taps on the shoulder. Train hard, train safe, guys. Thank you.
Just running out of time for everybody to talk, but they're also available for any questions. So it's not just myself. If you want to ask questions for any of these ladies or men, please let me know. So let's just see a show of hands. Any questions? You could use as much hip tilt as possible, whatever looks better to your physique. Some guys look better straight on, some guys look better a little off to the side, a little off to the left, a little off to the right. No, it doesn't mean going on stage and trying to be a little too sexy, a little too, be natural. I mean, I'm not saying don't walk out there like you don't care. You go out there like you think you're a winner, present yourself like a winner, but don't walk like a show dog. Walk, you know, gracefully. You know what I mean? Some ladies pick their legs up. It doesn't look flattering at all. Really try to be yourself and give your best appearance.
How many weeks before did you register typically for a contest?
How many weeks before do you register for a contest? You want to register, I mean, at the least 4 weeks. And you want to register earlier for a commitment so you know you're doing it, that's great. But it's at least 4 weeks. You don't want to register the day of the show, it's stressful. You want to be there, you want to be relaxed, you don't want to be rushed. At least 4 weeks. I look for good calves. I mean, a lot of it is genetics, but a lot of it is hard work. You could take a guy with so-so genetics that works his butt off, that could be really good, or a guy with great genetics that's not really putting the work in, and the guy with the less genetics will beat him.
So, you can compete natural. You know, I turned pro natural. I went to Olympia natural. So, it's a personal decision. You know, whatever you do with your life, that's between you and your doctor. But in terms of personal responsibility, everybody is an adult. You make your own choices in life. And, you know, rest in peace, George. You know, and a lot of other guys have passed away. So, rest in peace.
Here's God's S3E3.
So real quick, to touch on what you said, a lot of people, because people pass the bodybuilding, think that it's a direct correlation of something that we do. But there's risk with playing professional football. There's risk driving a car here for 2 hours. There's risk looking on your stove, knock your barrel, or blew his arm off. So to point constantly at one specific thing in bodybuilding and say this is what's causing it is ignorant, because there are risk factors in your life. So what I would say to kids is that if you're not adult enough to make peace with the decision, then don't do it. And that's right, guys.
Great answer. I mean, it's sad we've lost some people, but the amount of people we lost with the amount of competitors in the world is not that much. And it's horrible to lose even one person. I mean, it's always better to start young, but there are guys in their 30s and women in their 30s that, I mean, I don't want to call anybody out for their age here, but no. In your 30s, I mean, there are some pros. I mean, God rest his soul, Sean Roden was 43 when he won Mr. Olympia. So, I mean, it's not, they're really, how old are you? You're a baby in this sport. 27 is a baby. And I'm not being a smart, you know what. Juan started at 24. I mean, honestly, in your late 20s, even in your early 30s, mid-30s is not too late. It also depends where you think you're taking it. If you want to compete on a local level, you could be 40, get in great shape, and do masters or even 50. You really can. Yes.
So I know all this is kind of new to us, but I have been seeing some people that replace you well that are more softer, and then you have a woman like this super beautiful woman up there coming rock solid. And I know judges have different perceptions, but your perception, what do you prefer this?
I honestly think both of these ladies come in great condition, and the woman who won was in excellent condition. She wasn't shredded. She was very, very well separated. I mean, there are a few striations, but not many. I mean, I don't think a shredded woman wins wellness. I think it's a woman with really good shape and really good separation. That's what makes it.
How patient should you be in caloric manipulation on a prep? You know, if you're seeing stalls, how many weeks, days you want to give between a drop or an increase in cardio? And how long do you want to prep for, depending on your experience?
Honestly, I think 16 to 20 weeks is a good way to start. Some people do it earlier, some people do it later. But to know when to bring it up or when to bring it down, is so individual, and that's where if you don't know, you need a good coach. You really do, because your metabolism is not going to work like the person next to you or the person in front of you. Everyone is individual. What works for John won't work for Scott. There you go. He's 66 years, 66. Still competing, going for his pro card. God bless him. I'm telling you, this sport will keep you young. You're dieting well, you're training well, you're taking good care of yourself. Even if you never get on stage, this sport has great advantages for your health.
Very basic. I trained one body part a week in the first 15 years I trained, but I trained very, very high intensity, low volume. That's how I built my physique and turned pro naturally. Then over the years it switched, and I train sometimes high frequency training, meaning training twice a week, but I will not train every muscle twice a week. If you want your legs to grow, for instance, and you're going to hit them twice, by training back twice and shoulders twice and legs twice, you're robbing your legs of the nutrients and recovery. You have to keep in mind what I said before, the protein synthesis. For beginners, protein synthesis will last 24 hours after you train. For us, like we're not beginners anymore, it's only 12 hours. So whatever you need today, you train legs, it's going to go to your legs. Tomorrow, you go train another muscle, you train back, it's going to feed to that. So creating my routine is based on what I really want to focus on and bring up. Did that answer your question?
All right, I want to answer this very specifically. So Sunday is rest. Okay. And then after Sunday, we have Monday. That's a leg day. That's a crazy day. I don't like leg day. Tuesday, we have chest and triceps. Wednesday, we rest again. Thursday, we have biceps and back. And then Friday, we have shoulders and chest once again. Okay, so if you notice, I'm training body parts twice a week, some of my weak areas. And on Sunday, it's all back. Thank you.
Resting on the prep is abs, cardio, calf, stuff like that, a lot of stretching. Yeah, like we mentioned, everyone has a different routine. So rest days for me, depending on how close I was to competition, remember it's all about metabolism. So a lot of times, a lot of us pros will actually add extra cardio in to keep our metabolism going or to increase our hunger. Even though, our whole goal, of course, is to stay leaner, but when you get to a certain point, you're already in condition. It's just you're kind of cruising, just keeping the body going. It's just like the training. You're not trying to train. Not every workout is a rock star workout. We're 3 weeks out. I know, these guys talk about the intensity of training. Like we do pay attention to things that we might not have done when we have a little bit more body fat on us. But everyone is individual, and that's why you need to find your own way. You study the programs of all of us speaking up here, obviously the advanced, but a lot of people, like you mentioned, the younger generation, how many sets to do. Everyone needs to find different variables in how they want to make their progress. And a lot of it's trial and error. To be honest, we all had to find our own way, judging on what our body type was. Steve talks about genetics. I mean, some guys, I've watched guys in the gym curl 20-pound dumbbells and have 22-inch arms. And I'm sitting there curling 60s, 70s, and my arms are, 20 inches, and I'm like, wow, how is this guy doing this? A lot of it's just genetics, and, we all have to face, those people on stage. Watch my videos, I cheat on everything. Listen, I get corrected. Anything I post on Instagram, all the experts tell me I'm doing it wrong. Are you one of them? Yes, we all watch the videos. I think everyone's cheated a little bit, right? You're not supposed to have, listen, as a pro bodybuilder, we don't put our back against the wall and do strict curls. But the people on Instagram expect us to. Because that's the proper way that the textbook says, right? But it's all functional. So don't be afraid to do a little swinging as you get up for those repetitions. But not crazy. Mr. Olympia,
mean, bulking, I mean, some people bulk in their whole life. Right? I mean, people just eat. But if you plan to do a competition, I would say allow yourself 4 months to get ready. I mean, average, right? What's everyone, 16 weeks, 12 weeks, some do 20. Bulking is kind of it's kind of a term that a lot of us don't necessarily like to use because in my eyes it's kind of like, okay, you get overweight. So we call off season pre-contest, right? So I think it's just everyone has a schedule on what they do, but you have to have a game plan on how you want to dial your body in. And I always say, like, you know, we've all gained weight in the off season, but we always stay in so striking distance to our competition. So as long as you can get to that, you know, 20 weeks, 16 weeks, 12 weeks out, you can see visible body parts. I mean, that's the ideal. A lot of us had a guest pose or do guest appearances where we had to show up and be in decent shape. So we try to stay relatively in decent shape based on our diet. So the diet should never be totally junk food. I think some of these guys will question that. I know we have cheat days or whatever else, but we try to stay on a relatively lean diet all year.
Stage presence, do you care if people smile or do you care if it's just a straight face? Like, what's the preference?
It depends what some people look great smiling and some people look great with a regular face. It's what you're comfortable with. But you should look like you're having a good time up there. Because if you just have a regular face, like you're thinking you don't want to be there. You should be having a good time. You should be not smiling, at least looking happy. You shouldn't look mean, you shouldn't look scared. You should look confident. Always confident. And usually that comes with a smile.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? Okay.
Is it necessary to do front bicep to extend the leg?
Is it necessary to do?
Well, the judges call out front bicep. Is it necessary to extend their leg?
No, whatever pose looks at. He wants to know if you hit a front double bicep, you're supposed to extend your leg. Jay's the leg stopper. For him it looks great. For some people it doesn't. What looks good on your body is what you present. Sorry?
How long does it take for preparation for the stage?
How long does it take for preparation? Most pros are 16 weeks, some are 20, some are 12. It depends what condition you're in. Yes?
Now that's 16 weeks to gain or to...
No, to dial in to get ripped. Arash.
You want a chicken recipe? I keep it simple. If you want to season your food, that's fine. The main thing is how you cook it, right? So you don't want to overcook it so it's super dry and then it sits in the fridge and gets worse and worse and worse. So I'll slightly undercook my chicken so it stays juicy. And every time I get my meals ready out of the fridge, I'll reheat them. Sometimes I lightly saute them. Honestly, I use pink salt in all my food and almost nothing else. So that's your question. I'm going to make a cookbook for you.
Thank you to everyone that participated today. Many of us came from a distance, but more importantly, for everyone that came out to support our annual event here. Every year we have this seminar, usually in February, to kind of kick off the season. And as you know, there's a lot of contests to compete in, a lot of divisions, a lot of questions. And I know now you guys maybe want to take some pictures, ask some questions that you're not comfortable asking in front of a crowd, where many of us are going to be available for that. So once again, we want to thank you for coming out. If you haven't, like we said, checked out the gym, make sure you guys take a glance, grab a workout. I know you've been sitting for a while, but feel free to wander around, but we will be floating in the building for the next hour or so to answer your questions and take pictures. Thank you so much.
Oh, there it is. If it wasn't for you, one, I would never be in bodybuilding, and two, I would never be dating her, because we would be working out together, and I'd tell her about bodybuilding, show her pictures of you. We were just friends on Valentine's Day last year. She bought me a giant poster custom made of you, and now it's anytime I talk about bodybuilding, she's like, oh, Jake.
Was it signed?
Yeah.
You ordered it from me.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that was on, I think it was
on Amazon, it wasn't signed.
Yeah.
No, it's not official.
Exactly, yeah.
You better send it to me so I can sign it.
I got to. I should have taken it off my wall.
Reach out to me.
Of course.
All right, just a signature?
Yeah, of course, anywhere you want. Pick whoever you want to be above, everyone.
Right over that thing. So you're addicted to the life now.
Thanks to him,
She's
yeah.
addicted to watching us and everything.
No, I'm saying you're addicted to the life now.
Yeah.
She wants to get a picture of the street.
How many times a day does he look at himself in the mirror and pose?
Oh my God. The minute he wakes up. It's crazy.
More than you, right?
Yes.
Alright guys, so got to meet a bunch of people. I don't know how well the Jake Cutler footage came out because Zuli got a little nervous when he started talking to her. She started pointing the camera down towards his little Jake Cutler, which is fine because, you know, it's Jake Cutler. But it's so nice of a man. Was wishing me all the luck in my relationship with her. Told me to send him my poster to get it signed by him. He is honestly the nicest person ever, and I'm so glad I finally got to meet my idol in bodybuilding. Got to meet a bunch of other people, Carlos Thomas Jr., Arash Rabar, Sadiq. I've met Guy, you know, thousands of times at this point. Just met Sean a couple of times already, got a picture with him. But yeah, I got to meet everyone. I didn't get to see Juan. Juan kind of like dipped, so I didn't get to see him, but yeah, I'm rambling at this point. So we're going to wrap this up. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll try to post as many of those questions that you could actually hear throughout the seminar because it was actually really good information from a lot of them. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on.